to left. I mean, so what did they do wrong? Everybody got their numbers. Everybody should be happy. Jimmy threw 40. Get their numbers. Jimmy threw 46 times. Whoa! Yeah, but the team still, the output was only 23. Yeah, the output was only 23. Maybe those playmakers just.
Snax on Sportz. I'm back with another one, man. We finna talk about this. We finna talk about these Golden State Warriors winning last night, and talk about these San Francisco 49ers losing yesterday. Sorry, sad mother. Nah. But yeah, man.
And here we are way deep. I don't remember what was it, inside the 20, right? How about a first play, throw a strike into the end zone? Nope. He goes for a run on first down with a small back. Yes, he's talented, Christian McCaffrey.
Oh, man.
What's the second down play? He sits there instead of trying to throw a strike into the end zone. He did a little flare pass to Debo.
Yeah, right. Oh, my God.
Third, that's just not good play calling. Not aggressive play calling.
All right. Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate it. And I like Jeff. I love him. Yeah, but you know what? Cry me a river. So they acquire Christian McCaffrey, which was great. Oh, it's great. Yeah, what a dynamic. So they hand it to him on first down. Well, he should have thrown it into the end zone. Debo Samuel. Oh, Debo, Saint Debo. But they should have thrown it into the end zone. Okay. All right. His greater fair enough. And I need you to have my back. So they gave the ball to their two biggest playmakers by far now on their team, Debo and Christian McCaffrey. But yeah, that was wrong. It was terrible play calling. Okay. I thought, well, what about get it to your playmakers? Well, that's what he did. McCaffrey, then gave it to Debo Samuel. For our relationship, I need you to have my back.
Yeah, man. I mean, tough loss yesterday. I'm gonna attack this Niners situation first. You know what I mean? Once again, I'm gonna just say this off the rip. You feel me? I'm still, so with the loss yesterday. So yesterday, Niners lost to the Kansas City Chiefs. I forget what the final score was, 40-something to 20-something. You know what I mean? It was close all the way up into the fourth quarter. Then, they blew us out in the fourth quarter. So with that loss, we fall to a record of 3-4. It's a lot of 3-4 teams in the NFC. Tampa Bay fell to 3-4 yesterday. Green Bay Packers fell to 3-4 yesterday. I'm gonna talk about those two teams on my next live. But we fall to 3-4, and even though we've lost 2 games in a row now. I'm still not worried or in no panic mode or nothing like that yet. I'm just not. You feel me? So, because like I said in a few earlier lives, last year we was 3-5 and end up making it to the playoffs. Last year, after 8 games, we was 3-5. And we ended up making it to the playoffs and then making the run and almost made it to the Super Bowl. So I know what the 49ers are capable of. And not to mention that, we are, I forget exactly, you know what I'm saying? But we are either tied for first still in our division, or we've dropped to second now. Either way, with 10 games still to play, we're still right there. We still got an opportunity to win our division. And with where the NFC is at right now, with it being a lot of 3-4 and 4-3 teams, we still right there in the thick of things. So I'm not I'm still not overall worried about the season. You know what I'm saying? But in talking about the actual game, the game in itself, you know what I mean? So on the grand scheme of things, we still, I'm still not in no panic mode when it comes to the Niners. You know what I'm saying? We could still go on the run and do some damage. But as far as the game yesterday, it's just I was talking to my neighbor earlier today, and the easy, low hanging fruit, shallow minded way of looking at it is to blame Jimmy G, right? But my question would be, how? If you actually watched the game yesterday, okay, at worst, Jimmy G was just made one bad throw, not even a bad throw, a bad decision, because the throw was going to be bad anyway because he had pressure in his face and he was falling back. So once you seen that you had pressure in your face falling back, you should have just threw it away instead of trying to make a heroic play right there at the goal line. But that one interception that Jimmy G threw, he made up for that. Like he always do. Like he threw a touchdown before that interception and after that interception. You know what I'm saying? So if you actually watch the game, there's no possible way you could come, and if you actually watch the game and know the game, there's no way that you could come away from that 49ers Chiefs game yesterday and be blaming Jimmy G, like if Jimmy G wasn't there or something, that it would have been a different outcome. Nigga, Jimmy G kept us in the game. Nigga, that damn defense that's supposed to be the best in the damn league, that they was calling one of the best defenses ever and all that other shit after 3 weeks, okay, got fucking ramrodded yesterday. I'm sorry. Listen, that secondary, the 49ers secondary, is another thing I was talking about with my neighbor earlier. Early in the year, the first week, 2 weeks, maybe the first 3 weeks, it looked like the issues that we had in the secondary the past, 2-3 seasons or whatever, looked like we kind of addressed that and eradicated that issue. You know what I'm saying? Now, I understand Emmanuel Mosley got hurt last week and he's out for the season. I can't remember if he's a cornerback or free safety, a cornerback or a safety. But, one of our big play defensive backs is done for the season. So that's a whole nother thing with the injuries. You know what I'm saying? We always seem to have key players injured a lot. I don't know why, but I know why. It's football. They're trying to put the blame on, what is this, something that Kyle Shanahan's doing? He practicing, making them practice too hard. I don't think it's none of that, bro. I don't know. They just, it could be, They say Kyle Shanahan run tough practices and all that, but I really don't think it got nothing to do with that. It's just football. You know what I'm saying? Niggas get hurt. So, you feel me? What was I saying, man? I forgot what the fuck I was saying. But basically, man, if you watch the game yesterday and football, then, that's what I was saying. I was talking about that whack-ass secondary. So, but I'm sorry. The Niners secondary, they ain't fixed no damn secondary issues. You know what I'm saying? It's still the fucking worst secondary in the league. I thought that the Baltimore Ravens secondary was the worst in the damn league. Okay, that's what I had thought. But no. No. We right along with them. We right there right along with them. You know what I'm saying? And it's pretty sad, man. it's pretty sad and pathetic, because like I said, I thought we had addressed that. You know what I'm saying? I thought we was good on the secondary, but our front seven is still good, but they got ran on a lot yesterday too. You know what I mean? They ran the ball down their motherfucking throats. You know what I'm saying? So, but I kind of even put that on the secondary. The secondary was wearing down the motherfucking front seven so much by the fucking deep throws, you know what I'm saying, that they was giving up. You know what I mean? When usually it's the other way around. Usually it's the front seven that's stressing out the you know what I'm saying, the secondary. I mean, or it couldn't have been that. It's just, I mean, the whole defense didn't play good yesterday, but the secondary stands out because this motherfucker, Tre'Zavious Ward, whatever the fuck this nigga name is, man. Listen, bro. I mean, are these motherfuckers NFL quarterbacks? I mean, NFL cornerbacks and NFL players and shit? Like, we got a 3rd and 20. Then we got a 3rd and 11. You know what I'm saying? Now, and so I'm explaining to you why you can't come away from this game just blaming Jimmy G. Jimmy G made one bad throw. Okay? And it was the y'all know how I feel about Jimmy G. You know what I mean? I feel like we could win a Super Bowl with him. I understand that, throughout a game, he going to make 1 or 2 throws that's going to kind of have you scratching your head. But the reason why I'm cool with that is because he's shown me enough in the past to show me that, to prove to me that he's able to overcome a bad throw or 2. You know what I'm saying? And with him, we're going to win more times than not. So I can accept it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not worried about, I'm not worried about Jimmy G. You know what I'm saying? So he made that one bad throw, but the bad thing about Jimmy G sometimes about his mistakes is that they come at like bad times. It's like that came at a time, that interception came at a time where we were just given a gift. You know what I mean? They just fumbled the ball to us on the punt return. You know what I'm saying? And we just got gifted, the ball back. So we did at worst, we should have came away with 3 points right there. That's at worst, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the defense on a 3rd and 20. Okay, when we were trying to make a little comeback, or take the lead or prevent them from busting the game open or whatever. I forget the exact points where the 3rd and 20 came and the 3rd and 11 came, but I know they both came at crucial times in the game. The 3rd and 20. The funny thing about the 3rd and 20, another thing I was telling my neighbor, I'm so knowledgeable about when I'm watching a game and the teams that I watch, you know what I'm saying, regardless of the sport, right? So when it was 3rd and 20 and we was on defense, right, I specifically told myself, I said out loud, the way the game was going and just my feel of the game and our opponent who we was playing with, I didn't give a fuck if it was 3rd and 20. I expected for the Kansas City Chiefs to convert that 3rd down. I expected it, even on 3rd and 20. When the percentage of you converting a 3rd and 20 is so low, okay, it's supposed to be so low, and I still expected them to convert it. I just did. Before the play happened, watching the game here at home by myself, I said out loud, I expect the Kansas City Chiefs to convert this 3rd down. I expect it. I'm not going to sit here and act like, okay, 3rd and 20, we got him now, we finna get the ball back. No. Nope. Because these niggas play so dumb on defense, in particular our secondary, that I just expect it. And knowing how good Patrick Mahomes is, it's like playing against Tom Brady or something, man. I expect Patrick Mahomes to convert that. And that's exactly what the fuck happened. And it didn't happen with no long deep throw. Motherfucker screen pass and the nigga ran 30 yards and shit. I expected, now what I did expect was a long throw, 25, 30 yards and a third down conversion. They did it in the most disrespectful fucking way you could do it. You know what I'm saying? Throw a screen pass and then let the nigga run for it and shit. So this nigga was zipping and weaving and ripping and running throughout the fucking defense and just making everybody look foolish to the motherfucker. I got up and walked outside like, ain't this a motherfucking bitch? You weak, whack, supposed to be football playing motherfuckers. Can't even stop a nigga on 3rd and 20 with your dumb ass. Shit is fucking ridiculous, man. So I don't want to hear nothing about that. This the best defense in the league, and this the best. Man, fuck that shit. These ain't the best nothing in the league, nigga. I understand they was playing against an all-time great quarterback. Got to keep that, in perspective. That, Patrick Mahomes will make a great defense look like that. But, what works against that take right there that I just said is, we was up 10-0. Now 10-0 is not a big lead, especially early in the game, and especially when you playing against Patrick Mahomes in the Kansas City Chiefs. 10-0 ain't nothing, but it still is like, bruh, they made so many bad bonehead plays or non-plays on defense that it's just like, bro, even I can be out there and not let that happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is redunculous, bro. It's absolutely redunculous. I don't get it. So that game was just all around frustrating to watch because, and like I said, you nigga want to talk about Jimmy G this, Jimmy G that. Nigga, Jimmy G done what he was supposed to do. Okay? We was down what? 28-16. He gave us a drive. Threw a touchdown pass to Greg Kittle. What's the nigga name? George Kittle. Now it's 28-23. All we need is a stop. Just one stop. Get the ball back to the offense. That's it. All the other fuck-ups y'all had throughout the game, defense, hey, it's all would be forgiven if y'all could just stop this man. At least hold him to a field goal, one possession game, 8 points. That would have been great. But no. No, y'all can't even do that. Just let this nigga just rip and run up and down the motherfucking field, man, and do whatever the fuck he want to do. You know what I'm saying? I understand it's Patrick Mahomes, but damn, you supposed to be one of the top defenses in the league. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you're supposed to be. Your ass ain't playing like it, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck going on, dog? Like, you niggas is some sad, sorry sons of bitches, man. Straight the fuck up. Shit is ridiculous. You know what I mean? So, all these motherfuckers is that's all they gonna do every time they lose is gonna find a way to blame Jimmy G. You either didn't watch the game or you already got a preconceived opinion about the outcome. Because if you watch that game, there's no way. It's absolutely no way. The defense played absolutely atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. And like I said, that secondary, between our secondary and the Baltimore Ravens secondary, that boy Marcus Peters, he is, goodness motherfucking gracious. These people just running right by this man. You know what I'm saying? And we looked both them Ward boys yesterday looked just like that. I mean, Tre'Davious Ward and Jimmy Ward. Now I understand Jimmy Ward, he got the little broken hand or whatever, he out there trying to get it out. But dog, like, these people just running right by you for a touchdown. What's wrong? Is something wrong? Your legs broke too, nigga? I mean, damn. Like, and what makes it so bad is just like if you was watching the telecast yesterday, the Jimmy Ward touchdown, you know, towards the end of the game where I forgot what, you know, that, you know, let me try to find some of the shit. The Jimmy Ward touchdown that he gave up, where they went up, whatever, the 2 touchdowns or whatever. I mean, there was no elaborate route. No, you know, the nigga ain't super faster than the nigga. He just ran a regular crossing route and just outran the nigga. Nothing special. They even said it on the telecast. Yep. It wasn't, no elaborate route or nothing like that. He just, just outrun Jimmy Ward. It's like, bro, how does that happen, brother? You know, you supposed to be a professional. I understand they professionals as well. They getting paid as well. But I mean, at least you could do is make it a little tough for them. You didn't look like a professional right there. A professional might still fail on a particular play, but it won't look so easy. That's all I'm saying. I mean, it's already Patrick Mahomes you're playing against. So don't just make it so easy for the nigga. You know what I'm saying? I mean, at least try to play some damn defense. You niggas are some sad, sorry sons of bitches. You know what I'm saying? And it's really disappointing because you motherfuckers are supposed to be one of the best defenses in the league and all that shit. This is some bullshit. Let's see here. I can get some videos. You know, but yeah, man. You know, it's sad. Jimmy Ward. Let me type in Jimmy Ward. I know this nigga up on here. I know he trending somewhere, nigga getting burnt. Yeah, let me see the. Let me see this.
What happened? What?
That's just what a good job. It's just a one-step dart. Not a lot of real sophisticated time.
Look.
Starts left. Just what a good job. It's just
Look,
a one-step dart.
This is what I mean. This is what I was saying. You hear him say, he says it's not a lot of sophistication in the route. Just, you just run right by him. Touchdown. Watch this.
Not a lot of real sophisticated time. Starts left. Just what a good job. It's just a one-step dart. Not a lot of real sophisticated time. Starts left. Just what a good job. It's just a one-step dart. Not a lot of real sophisticated time. Starts left. Just what a good job. It's just a one-step dart. Not a lot of real sophisticated time. Starts left. Just what a good job. It's just a one-step dart. Not a lot of real sophisticated time. Starts left. Just what a good job. It's just a one-step dart. Not a lot of real sophisticated time. Starts left. Just what?
I mean, you see it. He just ran right past him. Nothing, just nothing, I mean, just a sad bastard, man. I mean, what was you doing out there, brother? And that's all I'm saying, man. You know?
When is he going to do it? I'm telling you, man, if it were me, I'm at the end of the book, man. I got a chapter and a half left, maybe less than that. I know how this story ends.
I need a couple days off.
What happened?
Sometimes I just struggle.
I've never heard you say.
Sometimes I just struggle
you need to.
with interpretation or. So after 5 or 6 years, you've determined that Kyle Shanahan's offense is boring, right?
Yeah.
Was it not boring? First 2 years, or did you?
I got you. Go ahead.
We growing tired of this bitch.
It was exactly.
That's what it is.
They had
We growing
guys
tired
like
of this
Mostert,
motherfucker.
Breida that could take it to the house or just a threat. They gave you a little bit of sizzle, but now it's boring. It is. And
yet they
I
have
don't know
more
how Matt
playmakers
Ryan
now.
got MVP. Well, he had that showed you Kyle had a better quarterback, a quarterback that could do a lot. Matt Ryan, and he got
Let's talk
MVP.
about the Niners.
Yeah, but I don't know. But this is boring, Steiny. And now this is my fear. And you probably only heard this here. Now that he's
a genius.
23 in the backfield,
Oh yeah.
it's not Ayuk in 23 and C-Mac.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be C-Mac. Because he don't know how to spread it out.
Okay,
And
so
spread it out in a way to where it's just haymaker after haymaker after haymaker.
This is what I mean. I'm ready to walk out. I'm not really. Wait, so the guy who for 5 years has been begging
Un
for
momento.
a bell cow because you can't stand this running back guy committee, now you're complaining, well, now they're just going to give the ball to McCaffrey all the time.
I feel like that.
Okay, that's what you wanted.
McCaffrey's fault. No, it's not what I wanted. What I wanted was an enhancement. Blue Chew. I wanted something that was going to make everything else greater. You are the sum of your part. He's a one-trick pony. He don't know how to spread it out. And that's why I'm saying before C-Mac, the weaponry that I think is better than how it was being utilized was weak. I didn't figure it out. And I said, let me go.
You actually figured nothing out.
I totally figured
You
it out.
figured nothing out. In fact,
Why are you smiling?
This
I
is
feel
more-
good.
what did you
This is something I'm watching.
What
I
did
hope
you
I'm
figure
wrong.
out?
Did C-Mac is going to take away from Debo's being dynamic?
Debo's not dynamic if you just called this a boring offense.
Well, he was an all-pro.
Okay,
He
but
was
you
all
said
they had, and it
dynamic.
still worked.
Are they dynamic? Are they
Debo's
boring
a
or
step.
dynamic?
Up until boring. Yeah. And a lot of that's Jimmy. But you're lucky to have Jimmy because you would have been dead to rights with Purdy, who got on the field yesterday.
Yeah,
I switch game.
CJ, San Leandro.
Hey, thanks for taking my call, guys.
Yo.
Guru, please stop defending Jimmy. He already may hold the record for having an interception, a fumble, and a safety in 2 separate games this year. And if he doesn't hold it, he's on pace to hold it.
I thought, hey, I hate that am I sounding like I'm defending him? I'm just saying you're lucky to have him. That's
You
all.
both.
Yeah.
You and JD both. You both defend him right and left.
Oh, wow.
There you go, CJ.
Oh, wow.
Keep coming.
They threw my boy in there. No, you said it too. You ain't off the hook. I'm keeping it real. They're lucky this week. That was a 4. They're lucky to have him.
Hey, listen.
With his
Don't blame that.
imperfections.
That safety yesterday was on Trent Williams.
Trent was thinking he was going to get rid of the ball, not hold it and roll out wide.
Yeah, it's never Trent Williams' fault.
Jimmy's not that fast. No, he's
It's
not.
never Trent Williams' fault.
Yeah, that's and that one right there too. You know, when I'm watching it live, right? When I'm watching it live and Jimmy G takes that sack, I'm like, bro, like, I mean, you know where you at, brother. Why would you take that sack? You know what I'm saying? But then when they show the replay, you could really see what happened. And I'm sorry, like, Trent Williams. This nigga's supposed to be the best offensive lineman in the league by far and all this other shit. And I mean, the defender just ran right by him, bro. Like, they talk about this nigga Trent Williams like he Jonathan Ogden or something. You know what I'm saying? Or like he Orlando Pace in college. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I just don't see it. Now he a beast. He is a beast. You know, but I do think that they overrate Trent Williams a little bit. Now I understand that, you know, he might be the best offensive lineman in the league. I really don't know, to be honest with you. I can, I can't, it's not. That's the part of I can be honest and say that's probably the part of football that it's a little bit more difficult for me to. I mean, don't get it twisted. I know when I see a great offensive lineman and a horrible offensive lineman. Okay, but the intricacies of what the actual football people and football experts see that would make a lineman the best in the league and all that other shit. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you the difference between Trent Williams and now I know about the pancake blocks and I see what he does. I'm just saying in how they talk about him. Okay. They talk about him as if he's, like the way they talk about him is how they talk about like Aaron Donald as a defensive lineman. That's how they talk about Trent Williams. You know what I'm saying? And now the difference with Aaron Donald is that you have to double team him. If you don't double team him, he gonna eat your ass up. Period. Point blank. You know what I'm saying? So he may not be. He may go a game or two where he don't have a big game, but it's because, you know what I mean, they're sending so many people at him, you know what I mean? And even then, he'll still get through every here and there and get a sack or get pressure or whatever because he's a beast. Trent Williams is a beast too. I'm not saying he's not a beast. But if you are what they saying you are, okay, the way that man ran around you to sack Jimmy Garoppolo for that safety, that's not best offensive lineman in the league type play right there. I'm just, so I will put that, even though maybe I will put that safety more on the offensive line, more on Trent Williams than I would on Jimmy G. Okay, maybe Jimmy G should have, maybe he should have a little bit more of a clock in his head to understand, hey, I am running around in the end zone, and these motherfuckers, like that nigga said on the telecast, like the defenders are not getting further away. The longer and longer you have the ball, they're getting closer and closer and closer to you. I know he came from your blind side from behind you, but I mean you gotta, you still gotta maybe try to find a way to get the ball off. You know what I'm saying? But hey, Trent Williams didn't get that man no resistance. I mean, he ran right around that man. Like he ran right around the defender, ran right around Trent Williams like he wasn't even there. I mean, like he wasn't even there. And if you're supposed to be the best offensive lineman in the league, that man should feel you before he get to the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. So, I can't blame Jimmy G on that one. At least I don't blame him more than Trent Williams.
What lesser? Those are scores. What lesser? You don't have lesser. Not at the quarterback then.
Oh, no, yeah. Please, yeah, you got me, but yeah. Look at the highlights. Man, watching that dude throw a ball, that's excitement. All them people out there spending their hard-earned money. And that's why I keep talking about the morning. They were in pain. And the stadium was in pain. It's wearing up top. I'm looking at him, Stoney.
Like when you say weapons, okay. My feeling is, so Kansas City's got the better quarterback, they got the better tight end, and they have the better number one receiver.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. I don't listen. So, give me this. There's not just one All-Pro in the league. Debo was an All-Pro. Okay. Kittle was once an All-Pro.
Never together.
Trent Williams was an All-Pro.
Yeah.
So you got in IU. There's not a Sandy. I think
so you continue to
looking
blame
at IU like he can ball.
You continue to blame Kyle.
Oh, there's no
for
doubt.
all these all pros who are no longer all pros. So their drop off in play is Kyle's fault.
You know what?
Strange.
Real quick, because I know we're up against it. I've been unfair. It's Kyle and an average quarterback that is not getting these guys the ball. So it's a combo, round table, combination.
All right, 888-957-9570 is the number. It's all sponsored by Innova.
I'm trying to find Tre'Davious Ward now. I'm trying to Google him. Not Google him. Well, maybe I should Google. Let me see. So I'm trying to find some highlights on him. Number 7 for the 49ers. Because this nigga, he played the worst that I think a corner, he played the worst football that a cornerback could play yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, just, you know. Tre'Davious. Tre'Davious Ward, San Francisco 49ers. Okay. Oh, Charvarius. I've been saying Tre'Davious. Charvarius. That's why I couldn't find it. I'm saying the wrong shit. Charvarius Ward. Now, this man came from the Kansas City Chiefs. Okay, so Patrick Mahomes already knew what to do, man. Yeah. Look at this. Jimmy Ward was targeted 6 times and allowed 6 receptions. Charvarius Ward was targeted 6 times and allowed 6 receptions. Like, these are supposed to be studs. Okay? These are supposed to be, like, and everybody said, the Ward boys. Jimmy Ward and Charvarius Ward in coverage yesterday. 12 catches allowed combined on 12 targets allowed combined. 2 penalties drawn, 56 yards after the catch allowed, 146 yards allowed. Okay? Not a pretty good game from the Ward duo. They have to be much better in coverage for the 49ers pass defense to stand a chance. Like, this is, and that's what I'm saying, you know. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, Jimmy G put up, you know, what, 23 points yesterday or something. Like, if we're a truly good defense, 23 points should be enough, you know. If I understand, you know, in the NFL, 23 points, you know, against some teams can sometimes not be enough. I understand that. But, you know, we had came into, and like I said, I understand we playing Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. I get all of that. But we had came into the game we had came into week 7 yesterday. First in points allowed. Either total points allowed or points per game, or it might be both. You know what I'm saying? So, score 23 points. If you one of them defenses that they saying that we are, 23 points, should be enough. Should be able to hold a team to 21 or less. You know what I'm saying? If your defense is really that good. That's all I'm saying. Like I said, I understand that, it's routine for an NFL team to score 24, 25 or more. I understand that. But they're saying that we're one of the elite defenses. Now, I understand that don't mean you're going to keep every team that you play, under 20 points. I understand that. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, I'm just saying that to say that it's not like the offense didn't put up points. I could see if they only scored 13 points or some shit like that. They scored 23 points. You know what I mean? They scored 23 points, man. Somebody said the Chiefs made Travarius Ward look bad. The Niners love having their cast-offs shine against them. Being a fan of this team sucks a lot lately. Yeah, 44-23. We lost. Somebody said Travarius Ward is nothing short of a fraud. Had us thinking he was something he is not in the first 4 weeks. Expect him and company to look this way against any above average quarterback they play who isn't Justin Field or isn't Geno Smith or Baker. An absolute disgrace. Motherfucker basically saying, all your good play came against mediocre to below average quarterbacks. Okay? When you play a real quarterback, do that shit against a real quarterback. We understand you ain't going to be able to just hold a nigga down. But I mean, damn, yesterday you looked like you didn't belong on the NFL field. That's how this man made you look. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is, I mean, come on, man. So, I mean, I agree with that. That's exactly what I said is that, first 2 or 3 weeks of the season, you know what I mean? The secondary had us thinking like, shit, that they finally fixed the secondary problems that we've been having the past 2-3 seasons. You know what I'm saying? But nah, they ain't fixed shit. It's still the same old secondary. Still the same old secondary, man, that's gonna get flamed and torched when they run up against a real authentic NFL quarterback like Patrick Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, out of all of the things that could have led to the loss yesterday, Jimmy G and that one bad throw, that interception that he threw, is the last on my blame list. I know what was, that's because nigga, you always sticking up for Jimmy G, so of course you ain't gonna put the blame on him. No, if this nigga Jimmy G was to blame, I'm gonna say that. You know what I'm saying? You about to get your wash on? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. It was a few things. Penalties. We had some bad penalties. Nick Bosa. You know what I mean? He had 2 lining up in the neutral zone. You know what I mean? To do it one time is is too much in itself right there. I mean, twice. I mean, come on, man. I know you supposed to be that nigga, but I mean, come on, dog. I mean, you fucking up before the play even start. How you gonna line up in the neutral zone twice and shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man, you hurting the team with that, bro. So penalties, secondary getting torched, front seven getting punked and ran through like they not even there. You know, I mean, come on, man. This ain't no Jimmy G problem. You know what I'm saying? It's not. So that's pretty much what it is for me with you know, from that game. I want to get to these Warriors real quick now, man, and I want to get the hard part out the way first. You know what I mean? Let me see.
Come back.
That's actually
now I think guys are over and gals are overworking, trying to get that, you know, stay ahead, and it's hurting the body. The body can't breathe. It needs time off a little bit.
That flies in the face of an actual doctor, Dr. Nirav Pandya,
our guy,
who says unequivocally that playing multiple sports as a child is beneficial, more beneficial than playing one sport and focusing on one sport.
No, I heard him say that, and I believe that.
Yeah.
But
you taking on the good doctor?
No, this is two apples and oranges.
Oh.
I'm saying 24, so no time off. Like, I used to play all sports coming up in Union City, and you know, there would be a time where I'd rest the body. These guys aren't doing it. The ones that just choose to go one way. So
you're saying the younger generation
overworking
is working too hard.
No,
I'm going to reject that one.
Okay, but you're not a doctor to reject it.
Yeah, but I'm gonna.
It's a theory I have.
Well, if it's a theory, I can reject it.
Well, explain what's going on with the Niners. God, forget everybody else. Just let's have a conversation about it real quick.
They are not hurt significantly more than other teams.
You're gonna die on that hill.
It's
uncanny though. Since he's been in town. It ain't about more than anybody. It's odd. You lose your rookie.
Man, share the live, man. Get them lights up.
Just be grateful. You get an excuse. All right, you get a built-in excuse.
Yeah. That's pretty much it, man. You know, you know, I got to do my weekly recap. You know, I got to wait till the Monday night game, though. You know what I'm saying, to do my weekly recap. So everything I'm saying right now is basically what I would say when I do my weekly recap of all the games this past week. So I'm not going to really have too much to say about this game when I do my weekly recap, because I'm saying it all right now, basically. But anything else that I do have to say, I'm going to just wait to say it then, you know what I mean? So I at least have something to say then, you know what I mean? It may be something else that come up. It may be something else that come up about this game that I want to address. There may be something else coming up that I might want to address. And if so, you know, because, you know, I might, you know, I'm gonna get some new info or hear something else in between now and I do my weekly recap tomorrow or Wednesday. So whatever else I got to say about this Niners game this week, I'm gonna just say it then. But yeah, man, Warriors, Golden State Warriors. This was it's weird. You know what I mean? Because yesterday I'm up, I'm down, I'm up, I'm down, I'm up, I'm down. You know what I'm saying? I'm down because of the Niners, but I'm up because of the Warriors. So this shit crazy. Warriors got the win yesterday. You know what I'm talking about? Steph Curry looking like Steph Curry. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that nigga looking like, that nigga look like motherfucking MVP, dog. Steph Curry is looking like Steph Curry. And Warriors got the win over the Sacramento Kings last night. I was watching the game on and off. I was kind of falling asleep on that game. But Steph, you know, it was one of those games where, you know, they kind of played down the competition, you know what I'm saying? To where they started out, you know, kind of playing around, and they put their foot on the gas, you know what I mean? Spread the lead out, and then at the end of the game, let their foot off the gas and let the Kings back in the game, and it was somewhat of a game with 3 or 4 minutes left. It wasn't really, but you know what I mean? From what the score was, you know, they cut like a 20-something point lead down to like 8, you know what I mean? Like 6 or 8 with like 3 minutes ago. But I mean, it ain't really too much to say about it. It's just, you know, Steph looked like Steph. Steph, let me see. I seen this earlier, first 3 games. Let me see. Steph Curry is doing Steph Curry things, man. And let me find some of these little stats that I see. Okay, so Steph Curry's first 3 games. Damn, this was 18 hours ago. How was this 18 hours ago? And let me see, 18. So 12 hours ago would have been 2:42 a.m. And then 10. Hey, I guess it was 18 hours ago because they played at 5:30. So dude they must have did this right after the game. Anyway, Steph Curry's first 3 games this season, 33 points on 64 true shooting percentage, with a plus minus of plus 20 in the first game. Second game, 34 points, 65% true shooting percentage, with a plus 9. And yesterday's game, 33 points on 69% true shooting, with a plus 19 when he was on the court. And he's shooting 44% from 3 right now. So the Golden State Warriors look like the Golden State Warriors right now. That game that they played against Denver, that was like okay, we had the ring ceremony game, played against the Lakers. They're a bad team. But we got that game. We 1-0. So now the second game against Denver, yeah, we want to come out and play well and play good, but it's kind of a letdown game. Plus, Denver had came off of losing the first game that they played this season. So, you know, they wanted to bounce back. You know what I'm saying? So Denver basically led the whole way, and we had a chance down the stretch to tie the game. Like, basically, like, if we would have won that game, that would have been a collapse of the ultimate proportion for the Denver Nuggets, because, nigga, we was down by 11 with like 1 minute and 50 seconds to go. You know what I'm saying? And ended up with a chance to tie the game down 3 with like 16 seconds left or some shit. Now, this nigga Clay took a bad shot. You know what I'm saying? I know Steph said after the game, well, if he would have made it, and everybody would have said how amazing the shot was. Yeah, but he didn't make it. My thing with that shit down the stretch is like, and the Warriors always have not always, but a lot. They have a bad. They're not good with a lot of late game. I know motherfuckers say, well, how can you say that? And they got all these championships and they won all these close games. But a lot of times down the stretch, you know, last second shots or whatever, or last second plays, they're not the best at drawing it up or executing. And my theory has always been because they had always been so used to like blowing teams out and being up big in the fourth quarter that they never really had to, you know, a lot of times they don't really have to have, you know, last second plays and all that other shit. So when they do, it kind of it doesn't go as smoothly sometimes. So that's my theory on that. But with that being said, you know, What I didn't like about that is that, like, Steph Curry, you know, I don't have a problem with Klay taking that shot. He's one of the greatest shooters of all time. I don't have a problem with him taking the last shot at all. I have absolutely no problem. Klay is Klay. Klay made a lot of big shots throughout his career, so I don't have no problem with him taking like the last shot. But the one that he took was not a good one, and there was no need to rush that logo 3-point shot with like 13 seconds left. And my only thing is, like, I would have liked to see Steph Curry take that final shot. You know what I mean? And like the ball was in his hands. So my thing is, Steph, it's the last shot, bro. I know y'all ball movement and all this other shit, but it's 13 seconds left. You've been down by almost double digits, like almost the whole game. You're the greatest 3-point shooter of all time. The ball is in your hands. Why not just keep the ball in your hands and try to make a play to tie the game up and send it in overtime? That's what I would have loved to see, or at least get a better shot, no matter who took the shot. You, Steph Curry, Jordan Poole, or Klay Thompson. You know what I'm saying? I would have loved to have seen a better shot be taken. But it is what it is. But I was just saying that to say, I just look at that game as kind of like just one of those games where, even though they knew it was a good opponent that they was playing against, they wasn't really tripping off that game like that until it was late and they was about to lose. And now that's not to say that, I'm not trying to take away from the Denver Nuggets, like saying, oh, you just trying to say that the Warriors didn't come to play, so they lost because they didn't do what they. No, I'm gonna give Denver their credit. They played well, and they deserve to win. The Warriors didn't deserve to win that game. You know what I mean? Because Denver outplayed them for the majority of that whole game. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's just kind of like one of those letdown games. In the game yesterday, they won it, but they kind of still at times you can see that they played down the competition a little bit. Like they knew that they could beat the Sacramento Kings. That just turned it on, at any point. But after 3 games, the Warriors are 2-1. The Draymond Green, Jordan Poole situation is getting further and further in the background. That's less and less of a talking point. If it even is a talking point anymore at all. So, yeah, it's I like where the Warriors is at right now. Look like they are primed to repeat. You know what I mean? And defend their title. And it was a dope win. It was just a dope win yesterday. Andrew Wiggins just looked like he's unlocked now. You know what I mean? Since the playoffs last year, really the whole year. You know what I mean? He made an all-star team last year, his first all-star team. He kind of tailed off, towards the end of the regular season. And, they started to talk about him like he was going back to the old, unenthused Andrew Wiggins and all that. But yeah, nah, he done his thing. You know what I'm saying? He done his thing, and now it's just looking like he's totally unlocked. And the way that he played in the playoffs last year, it looked like he's saying fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I can do that. I might as well do that. You know what I mean? The whole year now. You know what I'm saying? Throughout the So yeah, Andrew Wiggins is doing his thing. Klay, they bringing him on along slow. Oh, one more thing I will say about that Klay situation and the Klay shot at the end of the Denver Nuggets game. And it's something that I heard a caller say on 95.7 The Game that I agree with. They're bringing Klay along slow as far as like this is the first time since the 2018-2019 season that Klay has came into the season healthy at the beginning of the season. Last year, he was healthy at the beginning of the season, but obviously they played it hella cautious, so he didn't come back until like January. You know what I'm saying? So they're bringing Klay along slow. He didn't play no scrimmage games in the during the offseason because he didn't want to risk potential injury. That's how he injured himself the second time, the last time. You know what I mean? So he didn't want to risk that. And so because he didn't really get a whole bunch of scrimmaging in this offseason, this summer, these professional athletes are always in shape, but he not particularly in NBA season shape, you know what I mean? Because he didn't really do a whole bunch of that stuff. So he didn't really. I guess they're saying he didn't really come into the season. He not gonna come into the season like super out of shape. You know what I mean? Like just totally just, you know what I'm saying? But and it's a long season, so it's 82 games. You can work into it. You know what I mean? So it's cool. But so because of that, they're working him in slow. You know what I mean? The first couple weeks of the season. You know what I mean? Maybe the first 5 to 10 games or whatever. So one thing that a caller said. So what they're doing is, if you watch these Warrior games, he's gonna start. He starts, and then so he'll play like the first 5 to 6 minutes or whatnot. And then he won't play again, until like a few minutes before the half is over. And they repeat that again for the second half. You start the second half and then, play 5 or 6 minutes. And then he's not playing again until 4 or 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And even in basketball time, that's a lot of time to be sitting. In real time, that's like damn near an hour and shit that you just sitting, right? So what he does is he goes over to the practice facility while the game is going on, just to go get shots up and just stay loose and stay warm, right? But that's still not equivalent to, you can stay warm and stay loose and all that, but that's not equivalent to gameplay. So when you been sitting and you haven't been in the game for like almost an hour of real time, and then you get thrown back into the game with 3-4 minutes to go, and we're back and we've been down for the whole game, and now we got a chance to win it, and then he just come in just straight, just cold. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if that's the best. Like, I understand that's the regimen that they want to have him on, but I also think that Steve Kerr, I love Steve Kerr. I don't get into blaming coaches and all that. Not that I don't blame coaches, but I never use the coach as like the blame. Like the Lakers, they trying to blame Frank Vogel last year, right? So they got him up out of there, like it's his fucking fault. A coach that you won a championship with, but now he ain't good enough to. I don't understand that. So you get him up out of there, and now you got Darvin Ham. Now they trying to start. Now they already want to blame this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with the Dallas Cowboys. It was Jason Garrett's fault. You know what I mean? We want to get him up out of there. 8-8 Jason Garrett. That's what they call him. And then you got Mike McCarthy. Bring him over there, and now it's Mike McCarthy's fault. Which one is it? Like it can't just, you keep changing coaches and shit, but it's the coach every time and shit. That shit don't make no sense. So that's what I mean as far as I don't blame the coaches like that. But yeah, coaches can be to blame for some shit. But what I would have preferred, like, I think what Steve Kerr should realize, not that I know more than Steve Kerr, because I'm not saying I do. I know everybody think they know more than the coaches and the players and shit. They know more than motherfuckers that's been doing this shit their whole damn life and getting paid to do it and shit. Not saying that means that they always right all the time, but we don't know more than them as far as we can know the game, But as far as the particulars and, the NBA get like, so, and I said I know more than them. I'm just saying, like, it probably would be smart to look at the scenario. Don't just go off of, I mean, I understand they ain't chasing wins and but so one little loss here or there don't necessarily really hurt them. But, like, still, when you in that particular game, you want to win that game if you got a chance to win. So maybe, in that scenario, it might not have been good to just throw Clay back in there after he just been sitting for damn near an hour and just, when it's a whole nother group of players that got the team back into the game. You know what I'm saying? So I that's something that I heard somebody say on the radio, man. I thought that was a good point because I mean, you got this man coming in off of sitting for hella long and like I said, I know y'all got it set up to be a certain way, but at that particular time, it may have been smarter to just keep him out because he ain't been playing. He cold. He been sitting. And the other, we back in the game, and let's just try to finish it with the players that got us back in the game. You know what I mean? Instead of sticking to some regimen, because we, So that's the only thing that I wanted to say about that. Not to say that we still would have won, because Denver deserved to win that game because they outplayed them. They outplayed the Warriors, for that whole game, but. It is what it is. That's just something that I observed on that one. You know what I'm talking about. But I run much they look good. I mean, they look like, you know what I mean? Like I said, Steph playing like the MVP. You know what I mean? I just ran off, what his stats is looking like so far. They bringing along Clay slow. You know what I mean? That's cool. You know what I mean? We all know what Clay gonna do. Game 6 Clay. I ain't tripping off him. He ain't even tripping off him. Clay don't be tripping off shit. You feel me? Draymond doing Draymond thing. Draymond played great. Draymond played great in the loss against Denver. So Draymond done his thing. Jordan Poole is playing well. He not shooting particularly well. Yesterday he shot it well. You know what I mean? That was, but the first 2 games he was playing well. He didn't particularly shoot it well. But yesterday he, playing against the Sacramento Kings will kind of it'll get your shot right. You know what I'm saying? Playing against the Kings. So he had like 28 yesterday. You know what I mean? So he doing his thing. James Wiseman. Hey, this boy looked like a fucking mammoth down there. Boy, after the game. He in a press conference, you know what I'm saying, talking. He's sitting at the table, man, with just his little jersey on or whatever. This nigga's shoulders, he got them, and I seen somebody say this in the comments, and it's true. He got them Dwight Howard shoulders, nigga. Like, this nigga he looked like that nigga been in the weight room for sure, and it's showing, and it's paying off. You know what I mean? James Wiseman have been playing great. Wiseman been balling. Wiseman been balling and shot calling, man. I'm talking about. He's looking good. Looney, Looney doing Looney things. You know what I'm saying? Kuminga, this is one thing I'll say about Kuminga. And I know, like, I'm just saying what I see. Okay. Like, right now, Kuminga still got a lot of, like, he still got a lot of learn to do. He looks like he's improving a tad bit as a rebounder. He's still not a good defender. You know what I'm saying? I believe that can improve because he got the physical tools to be a good defender. And he's kind of, just think about what I'm saying. You know, he's kind of Westbrookian in a way. Okay. Now he's a young player, so he's only what, 20? So I'm in no means like trying to, criticize him. I'm just saying, because a lot of the Warriors fans, and it's kind of similar to Trey Lance, you know what I mean, for the Niners, like a lot of the Warriors fans, they got this thought about Kuminga in their head that he's some type of, for sure, bona fide future superstar. I'm just not sure about that. He got, like I said, he got all the physical tools. He's super athletic, can jump out the gym and all that, but can he play the game of basketball? That's what's yet to be proven. I know he can literally play the game of basketball. I'm saying the NBA game. Okay? And when I say he's kind of Westbrookian, what I mean is it seems to be his go-to move, and his only game is to like put his head down and just drive to the basket and try. Like, he don't really have no moves. He's not a great shooter yet. You know what I'm saying? He's just kind of a put his head down and try to get to the basket by any means necessary. And when he get there, it's like sometimes he can finish, but most of the time he don't. And most of the time when he get there, it's clogged in there, and he got to take, use his pivot foot to pass it back out, or he'll turn it over. Like, he just got to get better and smarter on the court. You know what I mean? And understand how to play the NBA game. You see what I'm saying? That's where I'm at with it. With Kuminga, for me, he's nowhere near, and I know ain't nobody saying that he is, but yeah, he's nowhere near a finished product. Like, he still got a lot of learning to do. Like, to me, he's more like athletically, naturally gifted than Moses Moody. But right now, to me, Moses Moody is the better player. He's the better NBA player. He seems to just understand the game, the NBA game, and just be more prepared, a little bit better than Jonathan Kuminga. Moses Moody, he didn't shoot the ball particularly well. I think it was the game against, in game 2 against the Denver Nuggets. But, he hit that 1-3. But, you're going to miss some shots. You may have some off day every here and there. But, he understands how to play the game. You know what I'm saying? He still make his 1 or 2 young player type plays, a turnover here and there. But to me, and what I see, is that he understands the game and he know how to play the NBA game better than Jonathan Kuminga does right now. Jonathan Kuminga is just still trying to just get by off just being, athletically superior than other players. And that's not, you can't survive like that in the NBA because everybody is athletically great. So that's just what I see. I'm not saying that he can't, but I don't Jonathan Kuminga has to show me that he's the next great. You know what I mean? I don't just see it by looking at him play. You know what I mean? Like he you know, it's like I said, it's kind of Westbrookian. Not Westbrookian. What it's kind of Westbrookian, kind of Antetokounmpo-ish, you know what I mean? Just head down, you know, and just, you know, now, you know, Giannis, that's how he plays. He succeeds at that. And Russell Westbrook, for the longest, succeeded like that, at least individually. Giannis is, if not the best player, the second best player in the league. So I'm not saying, but I'm just saying for Jonathan Kuminga, you know, I just need to see a little more. You know what I'm saying? I still need to see a little more before I just start to crown him like he gonna be like, yeah, you know, yeah, I'm saying, yeah, he gonna, you know, like, and the thing is, the reason why I say that, because I be hearing a lot of this talk from Bay Area sports fans when they call in and I listen to 95.7 The Game, and these motherfuckers talking about how much they ready to move on from Draymond and Kuminga can replace him, and it's not. You niggas sound stupid as fuck. Kuminga ain't. I mean, you sound dumb. You sound stupid. You sound like an idiot, and you are highly underestimating Draymond's contribution to all of these championships. Now, I will say this: I do feel like right now the Golden State Warriors are the closest that they've ever been in this era with this group. This is probably the closest that they've been to being able to win a championship, maybe without Draymond. You know what I'm saying? I think the first three, you don't win them without Draymond. Last year, he didn't have his greatest finals. He did play. He had, you know, some bad games in the finals, but he had some great games in the finals. You know, he played average in the finals when usually he plays great. So the fourth championship against the Boston Celtics was probably his worst finals. Like I said, he didn't play horrible. He had horrible games within the finals, but he didn't play horrible overall. You know what I mean? But they're probably the closest that they've ever been, but still, you need Draymond Green, bro. Like, and Jonathan Kuminga ain't nowhere near, not even a percentile ready to replace Draymond Green. As far as he could replace him, but you ain't like, if you replace Draymond Green with Jonathan Kuminga right now, you're a worse basketball team. You just are. You just are. Y'all don't understand what Draymond Green brings to this team, bro, and how he helps set up Steph and Clay to get shots and shit. You know what I mean? And just the rapport that he has with Steph in that two-man game. Like, it's one of the greatest in NBA history. You know what I'm saying? So to just think you could just replace that because you want to look at, oh, he only scored 7 points. You know what I'm saying? Like, Draymond's contribution and his importance to the team doesn't come in how many points he scored. Whoever is still looking at Draymond Green like, if he don't score 16, 17 or more points a game, he's a bum. Like, you the bum, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's not what he brings to the team. We got enough scoring. And occasionally he's gonna give you that when he, you know, but that's not what he brings. So you know, yeah. You know, that's another part about the Kuminga thing. You know, they talking about this nigga like he ready to replace Draymond and we gonna be fine if, you know, we get rid of Draymond, trade him off somewhere or let him go or whatever and just replace him with Jonathan Kuminga. Please, man. Jonathan Kuminga can't, man, that man don't make nobody better. He's not a playmaker. You know, all Jonathan Kuminga is right now is a supremely athletically gifted player that can make athletic plays and just and he knows how to get his, and he, you know, not that he's always successful at it, but he knows how to try to get him his. Like, that's what he is right now. He's not, this man ain't ready to fill Draymond Green's shoes. He's not. So that's just what I see. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I see when I watch Jonathan Kuminga. You know, all the potential is there. The potential is there, but he got to fulfill it, though. You know what I'm saying? He has to fulfill the potential, and it has to come to fruition. Then it means something. But potential without fulfillment is what is that? You know what I mean? So, but yeah, no, he's not playing bad or nothing like that. I'm just saying when I watch him play, that's what I see. You know what I'm saying? So I want to see him improve. You know, they say, as they would say, IQ wise. Just and like I said, he a young player, so it's gonna come. It should come. You know what I'm saying, with time. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? It should come with time. You know, his just understanding the game, you know, and just because the NBA game ain't just running up and down the court, man. It ain't. That's not what it is. It ain't just running up and down the court, running fast, jumping high. You know what I'm saying? It's much more than that. If it was just that, then somebody like Luka Doncic would not ever be able to be who he is. You know what I'm saying? Or even Steph Curry. So, but yeah, it was cool to see them get that win yesterday. After losing to the Nuggets, you know. So yeah, they look solid. I like all of the additions so far. Dante DiVincenzo, he looks solid. They say he got a little hamstring right now, so he might be out for a game or two. I just seen that earlier today. Jermichael Green, he looked like a solid, and like I said, he's going to be playing ahead of Jonathan Kuminga just because of how much of a veteran player that he is. You know, and yeah, just because he should be. Once Jonathan Kuminga is set up for him, man. So it's on him. Once he shows that he got the mentals up here and that he's learning the game and understanding the game more on a mental level, he gonna be getting he gonna be getting that clock and that playing time on the court, because once he get it up here and then he got all the physical tools that he got to go along with it, I mean, he got to play. You feel me? But Steve Kerr ain't gonna put that man on the court if he ain't playing smart. If he just out there just running around, you know what I mean? Just, you know. No, you got to play winning basketball. We winning. We trying to win championships. We ain't just letting you just get out on the court and just, you know, score all these points You know what I mean? And you know, so that's basically it though, man. I ain't really what's that? Oh yeah, I'm finna end this one right here. I'm done with this one. I was just, you know what I mean, on this Warriors, on this Niners shit. But
You got light in there?
I got some, man. I think I left my lighter up. You feel me? I'm finna come back, talk about this this Packers and this Buccaneers. Give me like 30 minutes, man. Snax on Sportz. I'm going. I'll be back. Yeah. I think